Hey, Nick Upstone here for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. Today is April the 6th. We have a big weekend of action coming your way. We got the Masters going on right now. I just checked it out and saw Tiger hasn't really done much so far today. Early on, I think he's on his either fourth or fifth hole. He's +2, and Jordan Spieth, though, has come back to the field, so others have gone up and taken the lead. So that's not a complete surprise there. Going to change things up a little bit going into the weekends now, especially this time of year. We're still going to have the line moves, and they're going to be precipitated on the sports that are currently going on. Plus, we're going to add on Fridays like this, we're going to add in series baseball wagering. So we'll cover some of the series bets. And for the haters, no, I'm not going to take the easiest ones that there possibly are. You know, maybe I saw there was at least one or two -300 series favorites. I'm not going to do that. I will do everything I can each and every week to not take any series that is over -200 for a favorite. Of course, I would take something larger for an underdog if that's how I felt, but I'm not going to do that. So we're going to stick with that. So we're going to add that to the mix now going forward, unless there's something that really comes up with a huge amount of line moves, maybe during the playoffs on a Friday or Saturday, whatever it happens to be. So we're going to go along with that situation. Plus, okay, right now, yours truly, 30-8 run on all picks. Okay, really on fire at the moment. Okay, so things are really going well. Going to look to continue that this weekend with some more plays. Joe D'Amico on an 8-3 run. Kyle Hunter, number 6 at sports capping for the entire year, up, I believe, well over $2,000 on straight bets. Straight $110 bets. So he's doing very well. Sean Higgs, all he's done since September is finish number one in the NBA and number 3 in college basketball. That's all. Okay, hardly doing anything at all. so he's killing it. My pal Jamek, he's hit 5 of his last 6 plays, so he's on a run. Now, where do you get these selections? Plus super systems, plus wise guy plays, plus any number of other different things that I come up with from time to time? Vegas Pro Insiders Daily Inner Circle membership. It's only $99 a month to get 6 of the best handicappers in the business. Period. You can look it up. You can check them all out. You can check out the numbers. It's all true. Okay. My mistake. I almost forgot Dennis Macklin. Dennis Macklin's up, I believe, almost 30 games over 500 in his last 100 or about 200. I don't say 220 picks. So he's another one. So 6 great handicappers that you can get at your fingertips anytime you want. Just $99 a month. That's basically just a little over $3 a day. Are you kidding me? For all that, for all those winners, if you're disgusted with how your plays are going, just overall, we got the NBA playoffs coming, got the NHL playoffs coming, and we got baseball going on. Become an Inner Circle member today, VegasProInsiderDaily.com. Okay, we got 6 free picks for you today. We'll start off in the NBA, Cleveland and Philadelphia, a very intriguing game. Now, there's a lot on the line in terms of seeding for both of these teams. Cleveland came from behind last night to keep pace, at least in the loss column with Philadelphia. But in this one, though, the wagering action is on the total. It's up 2 points at 224 overall. Philadelphia has done extremely well with and without Joel Embiid. Their offense has been on fire. They're normally right around 109 points a game. In their last 9 outings, 116 plus points per game. Cleveland last night, their defense, it looked as bad as it has pretty much most of the season for 43 minutes against Washington. I think they were down 14 or 16 points. They came from behind, huge comeback, of course, led by you-know-who. And with that, though, but then their defense started playing really well. So that was the other key component, and they came away with a victory. Now, in this one, in Philadelphia, I think this is going to be more of a defensive, I wouldn't call it a defensive struggle, a defensive game. When its total's 224, it's not a defensive struggle, right? So with that in mind, I think this is going to be an under. I think it's a little bit too high. I think the mentality of the teams will be definitely defensive oriented. And Cleveland, when they're playing back-to-back games, 11-1 under. So that's where I'm headed. This one reminds me of the game the other day. I talked about the hockey game. It's kind of the same thing. Sacramento and Memphis. Okay, total on this one for some reason has just flown off the handle from 198 to 202.5. I'm having a hard time understanding why, because in each team's last 7 games, they are averaging less than 100 points per game. I'm having a hard time seeing how this could be an over, especially going up to 202. I think the original number is actually correct. I'm going to side with the under, and Memphis is 12-2 under at home after playing 3 consecutive road games. All right, let's move ahead to some baseball action. Central Division game, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. They played yesterday. Got another game coming tonight. The line move doesn't make sense when you're thinking of common sense. Okay, Cincinnati opened at plus 120. Now they're a minus 120 favorite. Now, well, how can this be? Reds, they're 1-4. Pittsburgh, they're 5-1, off to a sizzling start. Luis Castillo made his first start. He got lit up. Has an ERA over 10 after one start. He did not pitch well. Conversely, Trevor Williams of the Bucks, he pitched 6 innings, didn't give up a hit. They pulled him because he was pretty wild. Had a lot of walks. I think he had 4 or 5 walks in that game, but only 1 strikeout. So he got pulled. And of course, they're not going to, any pitcher, even though he went through 85 pitches this time of year, they're not going to, with the way baseball is played today, they're not going to let him go after something like that early in the season, and maybe at any point of the season, quite honestly. So it doesn't make any sense. But Castillo does have ability. As a rookie last year, he led all rookie pitchers in strikeouts. So he certainly has a talent, and I think probably has more ability than Trevor Williams. So that would be a reason as to potentially why Cincinnati could be a choice. But when I look at Cincinnati, the one thing can't overlook, they're 5-18 after batting 225 or less in 5 consecutive games. I got Pittsburgh to win this one. Now, the big rivalry game, Dodgers and San Francisco. They split last weekend, 4-game series. After that, the Dodgers went to here in the desert. They got swept, 3-0. So they're not playing well, 2-5 starts. So that hasn't looked good. But yet, in this game against San Francisco I think is 3-3. The Dodgers have gone from a minus 135 favorite up to minus 150 against the hated Giants. The reason as to why, I think it has everything. Well, first of all, the Dodgers still have more talent. So that's point one as to how that goes. And then the other aspect is the pitching matchup. Kenta Maeda against Derek Holland. Now they faced each other last Saturday. Maeda was superb, 5-0 win for the Dodgers, which was their first of the year. So bettors are thinking that's going to be the case possibly once again. But I'm going to go the other way on this one. Maeda hasn't always pitched well on the road. So I think that is somewhat comforting. I'm not a big Derek Holland fan at this point of his career, but the Dodgers are 6-11 off 3 straight losses. So let's give that a look. Giants pretty good value here then at plus 140. In the series opener, I like their chances. Let's take the Giants. Not a big play, just a lean. All right, now let's talk about some series wagering. Let's start in both series are in the American League. Toronto, Texas. Toronto's a minus 130 favorite over Texas for the series. Now, all these predictions, just so you know, they're predicated on the fact of what I am seeing on Friday is going to be the pitching matchups. That's what I have to go by. If they change, they do. There's nothing I can do. If you bet it, I mean that's the risk that you take. In this one, I got Toronto should be the favorite. They got an edge in pitching on Game 2. In the series finale, Texas has the advantage. So, to my way of thinking, right, the first game is going to be the most important game. In this one, Toronto's around a minus 125 favorite. They got Marco Estrada going, and they have the better bullpen overall. Toronto's favored to win this series. I think they will in this case. All right. The other series we're looking at, Oakland and the Los Angeles of Anaheim Angels. Now, in this one, this is a really underrated rivalry. When these teams genuinely do not care for each other, it's just been that way for a long time, and so it's a pretty heated rivalry. Doesn't get a lot of play because the Oakland market's pretty small, just overall, and they kind of go up and down in terms of how they play. Now, this series for a number of years was really a strong play for the road team, both for the series and for the individual games. That's kind of changed though. The Angels have kind of taken over a little bit lately now. And looking at the pitching matches for these two teams, it strikes me that each game could have a 1-run outcome. I mean, I think they're that close. The Angels are, they don't have all of their best pitchers going in this series, and Oakland's pitching isn't that good. So you got that going for as well. So I think there could be 3 close games. But overall, I'm going to go with the Angels. They're a minus 190 favorite to win the series. I think that's going to be the safer bet. They have both bullpens are pitched very well, but the Angels' bullpen has been sharper, and they have more offensive capabilities, averaging 5.4 runs per game, where the Oakland's at a lowly 3.4 so far. So that's everything I got. 6 picks for you. Good luck this weekend. If you like golf, enjoy the Masters. I certainly will, when I'm done here, try and watch some of it today and certainly this weekend. And good luck on your picks this weekend. I'm going to try and stay hot. Vegas Pro Insider Daily Inner Circle memberships, $99.99. That's it. Okay, check it out. Doug Upstone for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. I am out.